I always really found a lot of things in my life that really made me feel like femininity was like something that like always, I can't really say, like it felt like it was a part of me, but not something that I could necessarily have or grasp. So I kind of used it in ways that weren't on me but on other people. I would always like use this thing that I like to call sheet dresses. I used to like get sheets and make dresses on my little sisters growing up. And a lot of the times I would just like play those like dress up games online, or I would just like play like a female character on a game. You know, just like little things like that. I would always like find things that I like kind of like kept in my brain, not because I could utilize it, but maybe because it was something that I loved or something that I wanted to emulate but I couldn't.
I just wanted to get out and like learn what it even meant to like express myself, and LA definitely did that for me. I lived there from 18 to like 20, so those were like two very formative years in my life, and that's where I started everything. I did my first photo shoot there with somebody. I did my first markets there. I was like just doing like any sort of assisting job I could on any sort of set I could. I would take any most random thing I could do there, just because stuff was happening there, and I was really excited to just figure out like what I wanted to do. Met so many cool people, did so many cool things. Definitely helped shape my like confidence in like figuring out just like I just want to do anything creative.
I remember in fourth grade, a teacher defined for me nonconformist. I still remember it. It's if everyone else is wearing Argyle socks, you don't. So many people express their vulnerability in what they wear, right? In their lack of confidence in their appearance, in their sense that other people are judging them all the time, in the sense that they don't deserve to have the very best. They deserve to just have what other people approve of. And I like to wear clothes that actually express my beliefs and express that I deserve to wear beautiful fabric. My mother says she taught me to sew starting when I was in kindergarten because it was good for learning patience, but also it's because it's something she enjoyed, right? And it connected me to this heritage. You know, she was making her clothes and she was making my clothes, and wouldn't it be handy if at a certain point I could make my own clothes?
My grandma got me a sewing machine when I was like 17, I think, and taught me the basics. And then it really literally started because of like Instagram and playing dress up in my room. Like I would literally just dress up, take pictures of myself, post them on Instagram, like not care about anything or what anyone thought anymore. And then I was like, wait, this is actually so fun. I want to do this. Like, what am I even doing? How do I do this as a job? I just knew for me as a person, I was going to struggle like in a traditional world route. And I kind of had to like be my own boss, employ myself, do these things. It didn't really feel like I had another option. And I'm very like, when I want to do something, I'm going to do it. And so I very much so like just took that like natural type A-ness with being really stubborn and not wanting to have like a real job, and just kind of let that like start it. I definitely understand the like it's hard to have those ideas and do those things, but then actually executing them. And I feel like I can attribute a lot of that to being where I am, like in Austin. I have met such amazing people that are so like just so talented at what they do, and being able to recognize that I might not like have all the answers, or I might not be the best at everything. Like here's an amazing photographer I know, amazing makeup artist I know, like this is my friend who's great at just like organizing, or I'm a stylist, I love styling, but I know that I'm going to be managing the production of this, so let me bring on my friend who's also really good at styling. And just like kind of knowing that I don't have to wear all of the hats in order to produce something better. At the end of the day, like it's just really fun. Like it doesn't feel like work. Like I'm not like, oh no, I have to do a photo shoot. Like, oh no, I have to go work on like that's I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. If you can manage a type A brain with a creative like soul, like that's kismet. Like that's where it's at. Like if you can actually produce the ideas that you are having, like that's it's like superpower. Yeah.
I had like a sense of style, but no sense of like um personal style, if that makes sense. So I really just like, it really just gave me an excuse to just hone that in more and more. Like you would see like gradual changes. Like at first, like I would wear like a men's pants or like a women's top. Then I would wear like a women's top with like a women's skirt, but I would still wear men's pants and men's shoes. And then I would wear like a women's top and women's skirt and like men's shoes. And then eventually I just started buying heels because I got into a fashion show once for FMA. And then I like started fully wearing like outfits and dresses and, you know, buying more women's shoes. And after that, I just strictly and only started wearing women's clothes and women's shoes. And I was like, you know what, this is actually who I am and who I want to be and who I want to be all of the time, and not someone that just wears this like, you know, for fun, you know. And I think I realized, like, you know what, I think I'm actually trans, and I'm actually someone who's always been this way, just never had the confidence or even like knew what I wanted to do with myself and like with my body, and like letting other people see me in that way. You know, it was a lot. Even now, like I don't even feel like I've kind of gotten to that 100% yet. I feel like, you know, each year that I've been here and each semester even, I feel like I've, you know, changed, cocooned, and came out as a butterfly, then cocooned again, then came out again, you know.
About 8 years ago, while I was on sabbatical, I started my one shirt project where I made designed this shirt that I wear. I have like 90 of them because they're really relaxing for me to make. And now I teach other people how to make them. It solved a lot of problems for me. And I made the commitment then that I would design a garment I could wear for the rest of my life. And it worked. I grew up in the mountains, and we didn't have plumbing or electricity, and the forest just right outside the door. Just having grown up with this real strong sense of the planet as a living thing, and the things around me, the trees and the rocks, and obviously the animals as living things. I guess in large part, the respect for the environment is a faith belief that I inherited. And so it became very natural for me to express this belief that I have in the clothes that I wear. I feel like I am expressing my craftsmanship, my individuality, my commitment to wearing clothes that weren't made by underpaid or enslaved people, and also helping to sustain the environment by wearing clothes that will last for the rest of my life. I think that if people thought of the clothes they wear not as an expression of their vulnerability, but an expression of their strength and power to make good decisions, then they might pick up a few skills that will let them create a everyday appearance that matches who they are.